Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and get started by showing you each deck to see if it resonates with you. So could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Okay. Or is your story or message here in deck number 2? Should your story and message be here? Or could it be deck number 3? Is your story or message here in deck number 3? Alright, so we will go ahead and get started with deck number 1. And we have the 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Central Issue 4 of Pentacles, the World, and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, well, a lot of Pentacle energy going on, so you guys may be focused on your finances, your health and appearance. I feel that, or you could also be dealing with an earth sign romantically. But it looks like financially you guys are maybe holding on to your finances or saving your money. I feel like you are maybe establishing something, like maybe you're going to get a new bank account, or maybe you are just kind of putting some sort of structure or order in regards to your spending habits. So it looks like you are also building some sort of solid foundation for yourself, regardless of what's getting ready to happen financially, career-wise, relationships, health. Like, I feel like you are trying to establish a foundation. Now, it also looks like you guys might be working on some sort of product. I also see this as products being delivered around the world. So those of you that actually make some sort of product, or maybe this is something that you've started doing, I see your things being delivered, sending out packages. You also could be getting ready to receive some sort of package. Someone also may be working on scents or perfumes, business-wise. So this is a pretty good career day. I see a lot of things flourishing. I see a lot of life happening around you. There looks to be like the birth of something new. And with the World, you definitely could be starting some sort of new chapter in your life. Some of you are making a down payment on a house for the first time, or there's something that you are putting a down payment on. You also could be relocating. Some of you look like you might be relocating, traveling, and deciding to settle down somewhere where it feels comfortable, familiar, or like home. Yeah, so definitely establishes, things are being established. I also feel that you'll have a sense of security. So whatever's going on, I also see that if this is relationship-wise, whoever you're involved with, whether you're currently with this person or entering a new relationship or someone's getting ready to come towards you, it looks like someone has been thinking about long-term. like a serious relationship, and relationships that are also built off of practicality. Not saying that there's not going to be any love or passion in your relationships, but I just feel that this is something that is more wanting something stable. That there's so much green coming out too, and these plants look so alive. I really feel like you guys are again flourishing. Now, some of you might literally be into planting or gardening. You might be getting your hands dirty. Yeah, I feel like someone's taking care of plants or gardening. You might decide that you want a new plant. I see something like a money tree. So I don't know if you make money trees or if you have a money tree. But something looks like a money tree. You guys are going to be very independent. If you that's something that you've been wanting to do, start your own business or move out on your own, or just being your own boss in general. I feel that this is being supportive of that too. You may also need to look into investing or investments here. Now, I know there's so much chaos going on right now, but something about livestock is standing out to me. I know a lot of people are talking about maybe the meat might be going up or going bad, or everybody's going to be going vegan. I know that's what people are talking about, but I don't feel like that's going to be the situation for everybody. I don't know what you would invest in as livestock, but I don't know. I just see livestock. Yeah, both bird animals and four-legged animals. Well, birds and four-legged mammals. I also feel that whatever's going on, it takes a lot of time and patience. So hopefully, I know I've been getting the stop telling us about patience. I don't know if I got any patience viewers watching that pick this deck, but apparently, Spirit's still trying to tell you something. But yeah, I do feel like with all this pinnacle energy, know that whatever it is that is happening in your life is happening at a slow pace, because it's something that is going to last. I feel like something is about it's got deep roots so that the foundation can be very strong. Also, if it does seem like something is stagnant or nothing's happening, again, this is indicating that it is. It's just taking longer than anticipated. And I feel like you're doing the right things. Physical, you might be taking an assessment of your diet and trying to figure out what works best for you. Maybe you're also trying to learn about your body. So I do feel like you guys are going to be learning too. Some of the things that are going to be happening is learning how to take care of your body, learning about things that work for you, learning how to invest, learning how to be patient in a relationship, learning how to be on your own if you just moved on from a relationship. So that's another reason why patience is needed, because the things that you're learning is very valuable and it can't be rushed. You might discover that you have some sort of new talent or skill as well, and you're focusing on that, you're learning. Some of you are going to be focused on school, especially if you're teachers. You might be planning out some sort of curriculum for your students. Some of you are thinking about maybe leaving the educational system and being completely independent and trying to focus on, well, how can I take my teaching skills and, be independent? Maybe you're trying to figure out how many students can you handle? What do you want to charge? Things of that sort. How long does school have to be? How do you want your students to interact with you? So those of you that are teachers, you might definitely be focusing on some sort of curriculum. I feel that if you work in any healthcare field, pharmaceuticals, you're going to be very busy. You're going to be learning about a lot of new projects. I feel like you guys are overcoming some sort of doubts that you could have been having in yourself too. I feel like you guys are surrendering to your situation. I don't know what your situation is, but it looks like you are kind of bowing down and just surrendering to your current situation. I feel like this is about some sort of self-acceptance. I'm also getting humble energies, like you feel humbled. You also could be feeling humbled in regards to some sort of work that you're doing. It makes you humble. Depending on what type of work you're doing, it just makes you more grateful for, the things that you do have. And I feel that you're also in a state of appreciation. Something's going on where you seem like you really appreciate everything. It's like you walk by a wall and you kiss it and you like, I'm grateful for the four walls that I have. Like, other people don't have this. So something could also happen to somebody else's life that makes you just reflect and feel like, man, I really got it good. I don't really have it so bad after all. Yeah. So I feel like experience has made you grateful and humble. And I also feel that you're going to be showing gratitude. You seem to also be just very focused, very, very focused. I see you doing, making a lot of long-term plans and goals for your career, your health, or your relationship. You're making like a lot of long-term goals. I also see things manifesting. Finally, the things that you once thought about or imagined are now being solidified for you. It's taking form, becoming matter instead of just a thought. Now, as far as relationships, like I said, whoever is coming towards you or whoever you're currently dealing with, is about the long term. I feel that two people are needing to come together. It looks like two people who are just have their own individual ways. They're not codependent energies. These are two separate energies. I do feel that one energy is more confident or established than the other. But I also feel like there is some sort of encouragement. Instead of shaming someone, it's more so about encouragement and maybe teaching someone how you overcame, certain things in your life. So something about your relationship seems like a teacher-student situation. So let's go ahead and clarify a couple of things. I do feel that this is really about being focused on your own development, though. And even if you are getting offers from people, I feel like you're not rushing at the moment. Just looks like you are taking your time because you know your worth. And also you are confident in regards to what you want or who you want. So it's like there's no rush. Let me look at this Nine of Wands. And then I'm seeing like these double nines. So 9-9 could be significant for you. Could be a birthday. Could be a life path number. Could be a time frame. I feel like September is significant. So Virgo season. So it's funny, I was just saying that I'm getting the energy of two independent people who are no longer codependent. But I feel that someone had to maybe learn the hard way, or maybe someone is just coming out of a situation where there was a codependency, and now someone had to overcome their fears and just say, I don't need this person, or I don't need this job. I can do this on my own. So it's a matter about overcoming some sort of obstacle that you were dependent upon. If that isn't your energy, it could be someone that you're dealing with. I do feel like maybe somebody could have been in a weird living situation. Like maybe somebody's been living with their ex and out of fear, just feeling like maybe you didn't make enough money to live on your own, but then you discover like it doesn't matter, I can't be in this situation anymore. And so you confronted your fears by leaving. Same thing if you were working some sort of job and you have been fed up with the job, you finally got the courage to leave the job, whether it's to go to another place or start your own business. So I feel that you guys are doing things that require courage. I also feel that something was revealed. In a love situation, it looks like something was revealed where maybe someone felt like they had to learn something the hard way in regards to a love relationship. But I feel like someone is also grateful for some sort of experience. It might be a situation where you don't appreciate what you had until it was gone. Type of energy, or maybe someone wanted to see if the grass was green on the other side, and it's just like, okay, I came, I saw, I conquered, it was not better, just something of that sort. So it does look like maybe someone is kind of coming down. Again, I see somebody on their knees, so I feel like maybe someone is just like, I surrender to, really. And it's not that you're surrendering to someone, it's more so that you're surrendering to whatever you've been battling within. So you guys have been battling some sort of inner demons, or realizing that maybe you have been your own worst enemy. You have created your own insecurities or fears. And I feel like it's about overcoming that. And then maybe it did take someone to help you realize that. So it looks like you will be celebrating because you've accomplished something on your own. Yeah, I feel like you're most excited about accomplishing something on your own. You look really proud of yourself. I also feel like some of you might be journaling or documenting the things that you've experienced. Maybe some of you, somebody is making a documentary, works in film, listening to different people's stories and lives, and are kind of placing things together, editing. I see a lot of editing. That's funny. Page of Pentacles, again, clarified by Page of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or this is your energy. But I also feel like it's about something being in development, like learning as you go. Some of you are learning how to be yourselves, or learning how to do courageous acts. I also get somebody who's very shy or timid. Again, I'm just getting teacher-student vibes. So if this is a relationship, it also could be, if it's not that someone is older in age, it might be older in experience. So somebody might be like an old soul. I also feel that someone may have been given a gift, or something's been handed down, like some sort of inheritance, or even a settlement, and it's about just kind of learning what you should do with it. So let's say it's a family business, and it's just like, wow, okay, I got a family business. I inherited this business, now I got to learn the business. So it's like you're having to learn the family business. If it's about something more so spiritual, I feel like something that was passed down from another generation to generation, and you're kind of learning how to make it your own. Yeah. So you guys are definitely learning and being grateful and confident. So good energies for those of you that picked deck number 1. Let's go ahead and look at deck number 2. We have the 8 of Swords, the Lovers, the World, the Queen of Cups, the Hanged Man. Central issues, we've got 6 of Swords, the Fool, 9 of Staffs. Okay, so looks like you guys were trying to figure out how to overcome some sort of insecurities that you may have had. I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to do, but maybe you didn't believe in yourself. And whatever that was, I feel that you are now getting ready to start some sort of new chapter in your life. Something seems like innocence, or like you're unaware of the fact that you're on a journey, or you're unaware of where you're being led to. You might be moving in life in a way that is just like on autopilot, like you don't really know what's getting ready to happen, but you're just kind of trying to allow things to play out, rather. I'm getting like you're having to detach, and something's going on where you feel that you have to do something by yourself or on your own. And people might be looking at you like you don't know what you're doing. you might be coming off as a literal fool to some people, especially if you are wanting to go somewhere. Like maybe you're talking about you want to relocate and people are like, are you crazy? What are you doing? You don't know what's out there. You've never been there before, but you don't care. You're just up for an adventure, or you're up for something just different. Maybe it is about you getting ready to go on a trip or do some sort of traveling. I feel like you're on an adventure, and it's a new adventure. It's something that you have not experienced before. I also feel that with the Fool, you may have recently completed something, like anything like paying off some sort of karmic debt, or maybe it's literal debts or bills. Like I feel like you're free from something, so you have a lot of free time now. I feel like those of you that have so much free time that you don't know what to do, sometimes you feel stuck. In a love situation, I'm getting the energy of being in denial that you have some sort of telepathy going on with somebody. It's some sort of connection. It's a spiritual connection, but I feel like you try to shut it out. I feel like there's also some sort of decision that maybe you don't want to make. So if you are, some of you are in a situation where you feel like, should I stay or should I go? And I feel like you tried to leave the situation, but you start having second thoughts, start second guessing yourself. And this could be any should I stay, should I go situation. It could be, especially though, if it's dealing in a relationship, like one minute you're like confident and you're like, I don't care, I could be on my own. And then the next thing you know, you're just like, I think I made a mistake. What am I doing? I've never been off on my own before. I've never, what if this, or you're moving towards a new person. You're like, what if this person is crazy, or, they're different. They're completely different than what I expected. So I feel like some of you are going to have some sort of second thoughts about a decision that you made, and then you start to revisit it. But it does look like you have more than one option. And I feel like you want someone to make that decision for you. So this also looks like there's a lot of mind reading energies. Like somebody is like, I need you to read my mind. You should know what I'm thinking because I'm thinking about it really hard. It's like one of those situations where I feel like somebody needs to talk or open up or say what it is that they're feeling. So there seems to be some sort of suppressed communication that doesn't have to be. So if this is you, I feel like, that whatever negative thoughts that you're having, just you need to overcome them. It's funny because I'm seeing something about smells. So I don't know if you are spiritually connected to a person where you feel like you can smell them or sense them or even feel them, because it does look like energy. I'm just looking at these wavy lines. They look like smells or energy to me. So you might be tapped into someone's energy and you're just like, what are these phantom smells? You might be experiencing a lot of phantom connections, I guess. Phantom communication, which is another reason why I feel that someone is just like, I'm sending you vibes that I want to talk to you. So are you going to talk to me? Are you going to tap me on my shoulder and tell me to come talk to you? Like somebody is waiting. They want to be helped, or they want to be rescued instead of doing something on their own. It could be you or a person that you're dealing with. Somebody's definitely traveling or relocating. And I also feel that somebody has a fear of flying. Or maybe it's a fear of driving too, but it might be a fear of flying that someone needs to overcome in order to find love or be with someone that they care about. So especially if you're in a long distance relationship. Matter of fact, it's starting to look like somebody is tempting you. Kind of like, come on. And somebody is like waving something and trying to encourage you to take some sort of leap. And then before you know it, you'll be on an airplane or you know, whatever it is. I do feel like someone is trying to maybe lure you into overcoming your fears, but then I feel like it maybe didn't work, because it's like you got right there, you got this close to something, and then you're like, wait, I can't, you know. So I feel like either way, it's going to have to happen. You're going to have to do what it is that you're supposed to do. If this is about leaving and doing something on your own and you don't want to, you've got to do it. If it's about making that decision in regards to love, you've got to do it. But see, I can see here that somebody's going to be left in suspense. It's like you leave somebody hanging, or somebody might leave you hanging. And it's just like, well, damn, what is it? I thought we were moving forward. I feel that if this is you know, it's a matter of perspective. And I feel that there's something that you need to see or understand before you can let go. You are still holding on to something from the past. You might be making some sort of excuses not to move forward, or why you are currently stuck. So I feel that there's a need for you to stop making excuses. Even if people are coming at you and kind of putting their opinions to you, you know, and you can't let their opinions affect you. You have to continue to just stay focused on what it is that you want to do. Because, you know, I do feel like maybe people are saying things and you're letting people get to your head and tell you that you can't do something, or you shouldn't be with this person, or you shouldn't do this or that. But they're not living your life. You're living your life. So you have to put your foot down. You have to also move on from that type of energy. It's time. Something is indicating that it's time for you to grow or move on. Matter of fact, this is a situation where you've outgrown the situation that you're in, and you're getting ready to be reborn into a new life, whether you're ready or not. So it's the same energy as a full-term pregnancy. The baby cannot stay in mommy's stomach. It has to be released. So I feel that, and the way it turned, that's funny. It looks like a breech pregnancy. So those of you that are pregnant, I don't know, maybe you are going to have to make some sort of life decision about a C-section or something, because the baby gets breached. But somebody is acting like a breached baby, or a baby that just suddenly became tangled in its own cord or something, and it needs to be cut free. But because you're not a baby, you know that to cut free means that you need to do this on your own. You can't expect anyone to save you. You have to understand that you are your own savior. Matter of fact, Hangman does talk about Christ consciousness, and that is part of the spiritual journey is realizing that Christ is within. Christ is awareness. Those magical powers and miracles are able to come through you once you are able to understand them or learn them. But it's about perspective. I'm not saying that you can snap your fingers and, you know, there's a car, or there's a marriage or a baby. It's like you still have to put the work into it. Or you might be perceiving something, you know, a relationship a certain way, and it's just like, no, that's not the relationship that it has to be. You know, change your perspective of what relationship should be. Change your perspective about what rich means. Change your perspective about what creative is. You know, so whatever it is, I just feel like you're having to change your views on your situation. Some of you might be wanting to either move on from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or move towards a water sign. So that depends on your situation. You also could be dealing with a Gemini, maybe even Leo. All right, let me look at the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like someone wants to be burped and fed, and it's time to do something on your own. If it's not you, it could be somebody around you or an energy that I'm picking up, especially if you feel like you're connected with someone romantically, but there keeps being delays. I feel like your person of interest needs to come forward and get out of their heads. Yeah, so somebody keeps procrastinating and saying, but what about this? Am I sure? What if I make a mistake? Let me make sure this is what I want. Let me make sure this is what I want to do. Can I survive? You know, is it worth it? It's so many questions. Also could be dealing with Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody is concerned about breaking up the family. I don't know what your situation is, but feels like someone is worried about breaking up the family. Let me see if I can get some more information in regards to the Lovers. Somebody is also trying to block off a communication or a connection, but then you end up still dreaming about a connection. That's funny. So if this is representing two people, I feel like one person is confident and one person is not. One person is, and it's causing delays. It also could be, if this is just strictly dealing with yourself, 1 minute you're confident, 1 minute you're not. Part of the issue is that you're not listening to your intuition about something. Okay, now I'm also getting some sort of difficult decision in regards to family. Like I said, I feel like maybe somebody doesn't want to break up the family. Someone that might be torn between should they stay where their family is, or it might be a situation where you're telling your family, look, we got to get out of here. This place isn't safe anymore. Or, you know, they're trying to force vaccination, you know, whatever the case. And so the family is like, we fine right here, you know, whatever. I don't mean to make it sound like we all right, but serious, it's like somebody is just, it's like they're not listening, and maybe you're the only awakened one in your family, and it's just like nobody's listening. It's like you can't let them hold you back. Unfortunately, you know what you need to do. You're gonna have to cut them loose and pray for them, send them unconditional love. Just hopefully hopefully they get it. You know, you might have to love them from afar. So, and it's not, if this is your situation about worried about waking people up, you have to remember everybody's on their own path, and it's not meant for everybody to wake up. We need some sheep to take care of certain, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But yeah, seriously though, I mean, I know we all want to wake people up, but it's not meant for everybody to wake up, unfortunately. You know, and that's the life that they came to live. You know, you don't know what their birth chart is and what they decided to do before they incarnated here. So maybe they wanted to have the experience where they were like, I am not taking the blue pill this lifetime, or the, you know, whatever pill it is that wakes you up. I always get them mixed up. From the Matrix. I forget, some people have not seen the Matrix. But yeah, some people are like, when I go back, if I have to reincarnate, I don't want to wake up. You know, some people just, that's what they want to do. They want to live a life in bliss, happiness, and ignorance. You know, because the spiritual path is no joke. So let me also look at the Hanged Man. Some of you are still maybe holding on to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's hard for you to move on. And I feel like this person, they might be holding you back. Especially if it's a family member or somebody that you have a child with. Man, you guys are still holding on to some sort of fantasy or an illusion. I also feel that if this is love related and somebody did the other person dirty, like a fire sign did you dirty or a water sign did you dirty, I feel like you are still wanting to give this person a benefit of the doubt, but I do feel like it's stagnating you some type of way. I feel that you can still love a person, but not have to be with them. And that might be something that you're needing to understand. Like, so many people are upset with people from the past. I don't even hate my toxic ex. Now, everyone's situation is different. Maybe because I've known that person since we were kids. And he just turned out to be a really horrible boyfriend. But that's my perspective on him now. It's just like, man, I still love that person, and I can still be friends with him and we can talk on the phone, but I will never be his woman ever again. I know what my cutoff line is with that person. There's experiences that you might have where somebody didn't love you back. Why should you be like, well, screw you then, take my love back? Let him have it. I loved you. That was a nice experience. I still love you. That was a nice experience. I feel good when I think about this person. But I also surrender to the fact that that's not my future wife or husband. You know, so it's just, it's all about, you know, how you are viewing it. So I feel like your own thoughts are the things that could be holding you back, and especially because of being hurt in the past. So hopefully those messages helped for those of you that picked deck number 2. Let's go on to deck number 3. We have Justice, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. We have the Empress as the central issue, 3 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so central issue looks like there could have been some sort of betrayal. I feel like maybe someone was hurt by maybe a water sign, or there's something in regards to a water sign that betrayed you, or you could be a water sign and someone is viewing you as a betrayal, or maybe someone did this to you. I do feel that someone maybe came in between 2 people. and now someone doesn't know if they want to, they don't know how they want to handle this situation. So this betrayal must have been someone that is close to you. So you may have been betrayed by a family member, a friend, or a lover, and now you're like, what do I do about this situation? Do I cut this person completely out of my life? Or do I work around the situation or forgive them? And it does look like someone wants forgiveness, but someone is having like a hard time forgiving somebody for what they have done. They're like, I want to forgive you, but I just don't think I'm ready, or I just don't think I can. And I feel like somebody is almost like at the end of their ropes about something. Someone also may have come off as very ruthless because someone saw something that they wanted and they took it. But people are like, you knew that that's what I wanted. Why would you do that? So it could be any situation. Definitely could be like a love situation, but maybe it was you and a coworker knew about a promotion, but your coworker claimed they didn't want the promotion. Next thing you know, they're taking a promotion. It's just like, what are you doing? You knew that I wanted that. And they were like, well, the opportunity was there, so I just took it. So I feel like someone saw something that they wanted and they just went for it. And they didn't really think about how it would hurt the people around them. You also might have some sort of very difficult decision to make. Whatever decision this is, it could be life-changing. Also, I don't know if someone is kind of forcing you or threatening you in some type of way to make some sort of decision. And you're like, I still can't make a decision. Like, you holding this gun to my head is not helping. Like, I don't know, I still can't decide. So I feel like someone is having just a very difficult decision to make, and somebody wants to be fair, somebody wants to do the right thing, but it's hard. And I feel like somebody is like, this is just too much. If you're in a situation where you're torn between more than one person, you might decide to just cut everybody out because you can't take it, the pressure to make a decision. I also feel like something's going on where you feel like you can't look at yourself, or you can't admit that you could be the source of your own pain. So something's going on where you need to look at yourself in the mirror, or you need to look at someone who could be a reflection of you. Like you're trying to shun out this image or something that you're not wanting to deal with, but it's like it's not going away. It's just there because something is already a part of you. So I don't know exactly what this could be for you. I really feel like somebody wants forgiveness, but it's just too hard for whatever reason. Or it's hard for you to admit, let's say that you're in a relationship and everybody knows that this person is horrible for you. You might be feeling like they're wrong, but if you really look at the situation for what it is, you know they're right. Physically, I feel some of you are wanting to go through with some sort of surgery or do something extreme in regards to your physical appearance. Some of you might be considered very beautiful, but you just don't see that in a mirror. Like you're very attractive, but you don't believe it. Something in your mind won't let you believe that. So what is that? It's a name for that. Some sort of body dysmorphia. Like you see nothing but flaws, but people really don't see that. It could be something dealing with, it could be a mental condition. And either way, it's something that you need to face. Yeah, I feel like something's going on with the physical appearance for sure, where you guys are just like, I don't know what else to do. I can't lose weight. I can't gain weight. I can't do this or that. So it could be that you may need to just be accepting of who you are for whatever it is, especially if you don't have money to go and change something. And personally, I feel like you should love yourself first before you opt for surgery. And I mean, that's just my personal take on something. Learn to love it first. And then I feel like once you are okay with your body, then, you know, if you still want the surgery, then have it, but not to do the surgery out of hate or anger. You know what I mean? I also feel that somebody is crying out for help, but nobody's listening. Or at least that's what it feels like. But because I'm getting a lot of sword energy, again, this makes me think that somebody is just thinking or thinking things but not saying them. It's like, hey, that needs to be communicated. Someone looks like they're suppressing their thoughts. Unfortunately, somebody might be having some sort of negative thoughts like ending it all, or talking about suicide. And if it's not you, it can be an energy around you. Like somebody around you might be feeling suicidal, but not really. It's just more so someone needing to realize that's not what they really want. It's like, do you really want to jump off that cliff, or do you just want, are you upset about something that you can't find or don't have, or like, what is it? Like, there's a need to figure out what the root of the problem is, or to at least understand that a negative situation is only temporary. If you guys are going through any type of legalities, I almost feel that like you're more so worried about the outcome. You're thinking a lot, and you're concerned, thinking that something's going to get taken away from you. And I feel like you're not going to have an answer if you're waiting for a response from the courts. I feel like you're not getting an answer, and it's just like driving you insane. And I feel like you keep asking, you're like, is there an answer? Is there a conclusion? Did you hear anything? Have they decided? And it's just still, you're left in a place where you don't know where your fate lies. I just kind of feel that there's a need to just kind of surrender to the moment that, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. I mean, it usually, for me, that's what works for me. So I usually just advise things that usually work for me. When you feel like you're at your worst, it's just like, okay, then cry it out. Yeah, this is a really shitty time. You know, this is awful. I feel sorry for myself right now. You know, just go through it. But then also know in the back of your mind that it's for a reason. That there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel, even though you can't see it. I always start thinking about, like, if I knew this was going to happen before I incarnated on earth, why would I do this? And it's just like, apparently you did it for a reason. There's got to be a reason behind it. So just keep going. Now, I see somebody struggling so deeply with some sort of thoughts because of their secrets. This might be it might be a form of shame. Somebody is really ashamed of a secret that they have, something that they may have done in the past, or something that has recently happened. Somebody might be struggling about their sexuality, and it could be just like a big deal. Even though, you know, people are very tolerant now and understandable and show empathy, but you know, this person is still just struggling and doesn't know how to come out, or is confused, or doesn't really understand something about themselves. So I do feel like maybe somebody around you could be struggling with their sexuality, but they have yet to say anything about it or don't know how. Or maybe someone did have an affair, and they just hate themselves for it. They're like, how could I do this to my friend, my sister, my lover? Like, you know, somebody did something that they just feel so horrible about. And then some of you, it's just about going through some things, like I said, and yeah, see, somebody's crying out for help. So just kind of pay attention to the energies that you feel around you. And if you are the person that this is happening to, just understand that it's temporary. You know, this sword energy is temporary energy. If I have to give a time frame for something, I would say at least maybe Libra season. There could be some sort of clarity around that time frame, but you got to hold on. Someone also looks like they're on a brink of leaving or moving. I feel like somebody is suffering in silence. They have like a big secret that they just don't know how to talk about or share. And I just really feel like somebody is going through it, man. Let me look at the Ten of Swords. If you're going through a breakup, or a divorce, definitely could be having a hard time moving on or letting go. Some of you might feel haunted by someone else's image. So I feel like somebody is trying to cut off communication, or will be. Or someone also may be deleting messages or communication. And then also I feel like maybe somebody is in denial and trying to move on from another person, but they're just having a hard time. I also feel that maybe somebody is wanting, someone wants, if you're in a long distance relationship, I feel like you guys are having a hard time connecting. I feel like there keeps being delayed travel plans. Things keep having to be canceled. I also feel that somebody is not happy about getting older. Somebody is like, that's not happy for them. They're like, I don't care that I'm living another life. I'm old now, or I'm getting too old and I haven't done this, that, and the other. So I feel like somebody is concerned about the things that they haven't done because they're getting older. I also feel like maybe somebody is frustrated about the fact that they can't celebrate their birthday the way they want to. If this is about getting fired, I feel like it's really, driving you crazy. Like you really feel like you don't know what else to do, or like maybe that was all you know. But the Empress is out, so to me that indicates that there is something that you know how to do. Maybe it's just you're afraid to do it. If you already have your own business, something could be going on where you're changing the way you do things, or maybe you're letting that business go. Maybe you feel like it's time to start a new business, or to move to another phase in your life. I feel physically somebody also might cut their hair and then regret it. I feel like whatever it is that you might be upset about or stressing about, like somebody is offering to help, but you're acting like you don't know if you want their help. Or the opportunity is there, but you're just kind of staring at it. I feel like you're going to have a mentally transformative life. Like there's a lot of things going on where you're being mentally transformed. So that's interesting. So justice is clarified by Six of Cups, Two of Cups. So to me, that is speaking about contracts. And yes, it could be romantic or business or both. So I feel like this is about a soul contract that you have with someone. But for whatever reason, I don't know, you're questioning it, or you don't believe it, or you're in denial of something, or it just keeps getting delayed. Some of you are connected with someone spiritually, but you don't believe it. Or it's like you believe it, but you don't. I feel like some of you can't stop thinking about someone that you have a connection with, because you feel like this person is your soulmate. And you're like, why can't I stop thinking about this person? Why can't I let this person go? Why can't I this, that, and any other? So I feel like you guys you need to figure that out, because I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what your situation is. But I feel like there is a struggle with wanting to be with this person, but at the same time maybe not doing anything about it, or being in denial about it. Yeah. So depending on who the pursuer is in that situation, if you're the pursuer, I just feel like you've got to get out of your head. You've got to just, take a leap of faith and go towards that person. You have to talk about the things that you're feeling and not care if you end up looking stupid or not. I think that's the biggest fear, is about looking stupid or foolish. But it's like if you're the pursuer, that's the risk you take. If you feel like you're in a situation where you're like, I did my part, like I didn't want to reach out to that person, I did, they blocked me or they shut me off, then you shouldn't worry about it. At that point, there's nothing you can do about it. And I don't know if you're cross-watching, but like I was just saying, sometimes you have to just be okay with loving somebody and not telling yourself that you don't love somebody just because they didn't love you back. As long as you love yourself and you know who you are and you're confident in who you are, it's okay to have unconditional love for somebody. It doesn't mean that you're waiting for them. It just means that you had a connection that was undeniable and you just embrace it for what it is. Maybe you feel like, well, why is the connection still there? Why is it so strong if we're not together? Maybe you'll be together at a later date. Who knows? But don't be fixated on the win. Just be open to other opportunities that might come your way. Sometimes you think that you're never going to have another good connection, but you will. It might not be that person, but you'll have another good connection. And then also you might have to, let's say for instance, something got started with somebody and it was just an amazing connection. You were like, oh, this person, we didn't stay together that long. They went back to their ex and I'm still single, you know, something of that sort. But then at a later date, someone comes into your life. It could be that you need to fulfill that soul contract with that person. And while you're doing that, they're fulfilling their soul contract with, another person. And when you guys are finished with your soul contracts, you can come back together if it's meant to be. So you kind of have to view it that way. For some of you, it does seem like there's somebody that's in and out of your life. I feel that somebody wants to come towards you. Unless you're the pursuer, then I'm picking up your energies. But I feel like somebody wants to come towards you, but they start having doubts. One minute this person is super confident, and then they get triggered. I don't know what happens, but they just change their mind and they get stuck. They get stuck in their minds and start thinking about everything that could go wrong instead of actually taking that risk. And they try to avoid you or try to shut things out. But you keep appearing to them in their dreams, in their sleep, or in synchronicities. And I feel like this person is suffering, but they still just don't know what to do about the situation. So at that point, it's nothing that you can do, especially if you feel that you've done your part. You're like, look, I've reached out to the person. They didn't respond back, or, you know, they didn't say anything. It's like, hey, you can't worry about that. You can't worry about what they're going through. Send them love. You know, burn a blue candle for them. I've done that before. It's just like I sent unconditional love to this person. And that's something that my godmother taught me. You know, it's like a healing energy. And, you know, that's what you can do you can put your intentions to send that love to that person and hope they feel better. And, you know, at that point, you have to let it go or release it. But again, I just feel like these are temporary thoughts. These are insecurities that will go away. You know, somebody needs to combat the voices in their head. So, yeah. Those are the messages that I have for you guys, but hopefully it resonates. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sending you love and grace.